हेलो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग। चैप्टर 2, नेगेटिविटी। द इविल किंग गोज हंग्री, फ्रॉम द बुक थिंक लाइक अ मॉन्क, ट्रेन योर माइंड फॉर पीस एंड पर्पस एवरी डे, रिटन बाय जे शेट्टी। पार्ट 2, चैप्टर 2, नेगेटिविटी। It is impossible to build one's own happiness on the unhappiness of others. Daisaku Ikeda. It is the summer after my third year of college. I have returned from spending a month at the ashram and am now interested for a finance firm. I am at lunch with a couple of my colleagues. We have grabbed sandwiches and brought them to the concrete courtyard in front of the building, where loaf was crisscrossed. The hardscaping and young people in suits ate speedy lunches, defrosting in the summer sun before returning to the hyper air conditioned building. I am a monk out of water. Did you hear about Gabe? One of my friends says in a loud whisper. The partner told about his presentation. That dude, another friend says, shaking his head. He is sinking fast. I flash back to a class Gauranga Das taught called Cancers of the Mind, comparing, complaining, criticizing. In the class, we talked about negative thought habits, including gossip. One of the exercises we did was keeping a tally of every criticism we spoke or thought. For each one, we had to write down the 10 good things about the person. It was hard. We are living together in close quarters. Issues came up, most of them petty. The average time for a monk shower was 4 minutes. When there was a line at the showers, we will take bets on who was taking too long. There was a line at the showers, we will take bets on who was taking too long. This was the only betting we did because monks. And though the snorers were relegated to their own room, sometimes new practitioners emerged and we rated their snores on a scale of motorcycles. This monk's a Vespa, that's one's a Harley Davidson. I went through the exercise dutifully, noting every criticism. I let it slip. Next to each, I jotted down 10 positive qualities. The point of the exercise wasn't hard to figure out. Every person was more good than bad, but seeing it on the page made the ratio sink in. This helped me see my own weakness differently. I tended to focus on my mistakes without balancing them against my strengths. When I found myself being self critical, I reminded myself that I too had positive qualities. Putting my negative qualities in context helped me recognize the same ratio in myself, that I am more good than bad. We talked about this feedback loop in class. When we criticize others, we can't help but notice the bad in ourselves. But when we look for the good in others, we start to see the best in ourselves too. The guy sitting next to me on the wall nudges me out of my revire, out of my reverie. So you think he will last? I have lost track of what we are talking about. Who, I ask. Gabe, he shouldn't have been hired in the first place, right? Oh, I don't know, I say. Once I did spend time in the ashram, I became very sensitive to gossip. I had gotten used to conversations with primarily positive energy. When I first arrived back in the world, I was awkwardly silent. I didn't want to be the morality police, but I also didn't want to participate. As the Buddha advised, do not give your attention to what others do or fail to do. Give it to the what you do or fail to do. I quickly figured out to say things like, oh, I am not sure. I'm not sure, or I haven't heard anything. Then I had a shift to the conversation or something more positive. Did you hear they have asked Max to stay on? I am psyched or for him. Gossip has value in some situations. It helps society regulate what is acceptable behavior, and we often use it to see if others agree with our judgments about other people's behavior and therefore our values. But there are kinder ways to negotiate these questions. More often, we use gossip to put others down, which can make us feel superior to them and or bolster our status in a group. One of my friends and colleagues stopped trying to gossip with me altogether. We had real conversations instead. Some trusted me more, realizing that I since didn't gossip with them. I wouldn't gossip about them. If there were people who thought I was just plain boring, well, I have nothing bad to say about them.